sure would be a lot more aesthetic if it was a bit darker. Not really the time of day to record. A sad boy, somber vlog, but man, I don't know. I I need to get these thoughts out, but then also I don't want to say them because that means they're real. But then also I have to say them because if I don't, it's just gonna drive me crazy. And it's that feeling when you're on the cusp of something. So I put out my anime guitarist video, and it's almost hit 1,000 views in the first 24 hours, which is amazing. I'm really grateful. I'm really happy that it's doing well. That makes me glad. I put a lot of effort into it. But happiness is tempered a bit by this constant feeling of being trapped. And it's almost like I know mentally that this isn't going to last much longer. My being trapped in my situation, as it were. Most likely it's gonna be about another year of that, which isn't that long on a grand scale of things. It's just 1 year, but the problem is I've felt this way for a while now, and I just I can't do it anymore. I feel so stuck, and like a living contradiction, which I've talked about before, because I've been like this for a long time. The funny thing is, nowadays, talking to people, when people call me by my real name, it doesn't feel real. To put it literally, I don't identify with myself anymore, or really with my real self. Like, Core is my name in my heart. That's what I feel like. Like, I am Core. The image I put myself online, that's who I am. That's who I want to fully be, is Core. Sebastian? Who's that? Just saying it sounds weird to me. I don't identify with myself anymore. To say my own goddamn name feels like I'm talking about someone else. It feels weird. It feels wrong. And that's kind of because, due to a variety of situations, I've crafted an image, a public image, a false self. And that's not to say, I know that everyone does that, right? Everyone has a social veneer, a facade that they put up to some extent. But for me, who I am in public feels so totally disconnected from who I actually am, who I've become. And I can't change it for reasons. Maybe I'll go into specifics one day. I'm already being more intimate about this than I feel 100% comfortable with, but yeah, it's something. To be honest, at the moment, doing YouTube and editing and making videos, it's really the only thing I have any emotional investment in whatsoever. It's the only thing I care about doing. It's basically the only thing I think about doing. I just want to throw myself into it. And the more I sit here not fully committed, and it might look like I'm fully committed, right? Like, but I've still got one leg in the other side. One side that isn't core. And I want to excommunicate that side of myself. I just want to, fully convert into this self that is much more fulfilling. That, like, when I'm making videos and working in online spaces and editing and stuff, it's creatively fulfilling. It's emotionally fulfilling. Like, I feel happy. I feel refreshed. I feel good. I feel like I'm doing something meaningful. And any second I'm taking away from that to fake being myself feels like I'm tearing my soul in two. Like, I've done it for so long, and yet the stronger my surety that I want to work on this in this type of space grows, the more painful it is to do anything but that. And I guess you can kind of see, like, I've been really challenging myself because I wanted to sort of know that this is what I wanted to do. And I mean, I think I kind of proved that I've got the work ethic, if anything. I did a 24-hour live stream where I pretty much worked 24 hours straight, a couple short breaks. I made a video every month in January. I did weekly uploads last summer. I upload still quite frequently. I dropped the 56-minute analysis video yesterday, and I could be doing more. My videos could be better. They could be more edited. They could be more well thought out. I could be putting more of myself into them. There's stuff I want to do that I can't do yet because of reasons. Because of this thing going on. And it's just so driving me crazy every second that I'm not fully invested in this. Because it feels like the only, like, real thing. And everything else is just playing pretend. And playing pretend, it's fine for the first bit. It's fun. I don't know if I'd say it's fun. It's doable. Let's call it that. But then, time passes, and all you can think about is how much you don't want to be in this situation you're in. And there's no easy way out. There's no shortcut. There's nothing. What do? Do you just become a hikikomori? Do you just completely abandon all your connections, just go AWOL? Honestly, I probably would if I had the money to do something like that. I want to just get out. I want to move out. I want to free myself, dedicate myself totally to my work, to what I'm doing. And I'm not brash, I'm not stupid. It's not like I'm just gonna totally drop everything on the odds that my YouTube channel succeeds. I am doing editing work, but that also applies. I am almost equally creatively fulfilled by doing editing work as I am by making my own videos. Just the same as I can work on my own videos for ages without time passing. I can spend 10 hours editing one video in one sitting. So it's not a matter of like one or the other. And yes, I get that everything is going to be work sometimes. I understand that. That's why I'm challenging myself. My editing work, I edited for like a month-long period. Maybe it was a little less than that. I was editing a video every other day. Like, I was just editing for someone else's channel. It was work. It felt like work, but it also felt satisfying. Like, it didn't feel totally like I'm just not being who I want to be and not existing in the space I want to exist and not surrounded by the people I want to be surrounded by, and just all of this is just driving me mad. And I try and like ignore it, but that's not the solution. I try and just pretend it doesn't exist, and that just creates more problems, because by ignoring it and just pushing it to the side, that's never the solution. Confrontation is always the answer, as in addressing the situation, not violence. And yet, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's impossible to address the situation and maintain the status quo as I would like to do for now, at least until I'm in a bit more stable of a position. And I know this won't last forever. I know it won't be that long. Heck, I'm going to be freed up a lot even in May. Like, mid-May, I'll be freed up quite a bit. So I know it's not that long, but it feels like so long. It feels painful. I feel like I'm going mad, and I don't like that emotion, especially because I think the biggest difference is, for a long period of time, like, I was directionless. I didn't know where I was. I was, I don't like using the word depressed, because, like, I never really know. I'm not clinically depressed, I'll say that much, and I just don't know what that experience is like. But for lack of a better word, that is what I felt. I felt lost. I felt empty, meaningless, just like drifting. And it was largely because of my situation. And then, like, throwing myself into this, it's so drastic a difference. Like, I've found something that really gives me joy, that gives me meaning and happiness, and that I can put my 100 and 200% into, and it doesn't feel like I'm draining myself. now that I've found that, it's worse because I have this stark contrast between something that is painful and difficult and not me, and then something that is so fully me that I've literally found myself through YouTube and online spaces. I've discovered who I think I really am, and I just want to be that person right now. Yeah.